like a Hellcat.
Alright everybody, so I have another Prank Kids deck profile for you. This is going to be a updated version. I think this is kind of the most optimized one that I've put together. I can't take all credit for it because I took a lot of inspiration from Pack, the YouTube channel. So go check him out. He's really good. He put out a couple of really broken profiles and strategies for prank kids, and I've been watching those and learning a lot from them, and I've taken a lot of inspiration from his deck building, and this is what I've put together. And yeah, so anyway, without further ado, we're going to get into it. So up here we have 3 Dropsies, 3 Fansies, 3 Lampsies, and 3 Roxies. You absolutely must play like all of them and max out as well. They're all 1-card starters, essentially, except for these. These are kind of like 1.5 starters because you have to banish a card in your hand, but that almost never really matters that much. One of the reasons why it doesn't matter is because like if you banish a Prank Kids monster from your hand, then like you can still have synergies with the Thunder Dragon Fusion because it fusion summons from the banished pile as well. So anyway, that's like a neat little interaction that I've learned from using this card. Moving on, I have 3 plays, 3 pranks. I max out on this card just because it's an additional extender. It's a mini Pot of Avarice for the deck. You get a draw every turn. I do really like seeing this in my opening hand. I don't want to have to like search for it, to be honest. I'd rather pitch, place, and get Pandemonium to my hand. And yeah, so I max out on this. 2 Pandemonium. I don't think you need to do this at 3 because it's searchable, and I don't think you need to do it at 1 because it's cool to see it in your hand. So I think 2 is a good middle ground where it's still good, and you're not maxing out on a card you don't really need 3 of. Anyway, we move on to plan. 1 plan, 1 Instant Fusion, 1 Terraforming. This is our 16th Prank Kid, essentially. 3 Thunder Dragon Fusion. This card is insanely good. The reason why you run it is because if one of your Prank Kids gets banished, you can fusion summon with that. So that's one reason. Another reason why is it plays around Nibiru. So like if you play through your entire combo and you get Nibiru'd, then you can just slap this on the field, and then you can get your Battle Butler anyway. So, and it recycles your resources. So that's another reason. Number 3. The 4th reason is it searches your Fansies. Did I already say that? It searches a Fansies because it's a Thunder. Yeah, so there's a lot of really good reasons to run this card. I think I like this over Poly. Poly's good because you can have that Toad play, but you can still get Toad out on the field even though you don't have Poly. There's still a way to do that. It does happen. But I think Thunder Dragon Fusion has too much utility not to use, as I said. Moving on, we have 2 Triple Tactics Talent. I might bump this up to 3 and play a 41 card deck just because the deck is so consistent. But right now I'm doing 40 cards, and I think 2 is a good ratio for this. 3 can be a little bit bricky at times. So yeah, 2 Triple Tactics. Now on to the hand traps. I run 3 Nib, 3 Ash, 3 Imperm, and 3 Valor. The reason why I don't run the Gamma is because it's not very good going first. If I'm going to go second, I'll probably side out my Valors, or I might, side out some other cards that you don't really need a lot of, and I'll max out on the amount of hand traps that I have in my deck. It's super consistent. It's actually, if you have 15 hand traps, it's as consistent. It's like a 93% chance of seeing one of them, and it's like a 55% chance of seeing two. And if you don't believe me, just go on just look up Yu-Gi-Oh! Calculator, and like it'll calculate the probabilities of you seeing a certain card depending on how much you have. But if we run 15, like just trust me, it's like a 93% chance of seeing them. But we only run 12 in our opening deck because I think it's still a good amount of hand traps to run. But anyway, moving on to the side deck, I run 2 Cyclone, a Feather Duster, and 2 Lightning Storm. You could take out a Cyclone for another Lightning Storm, but I only physically own 2 Lightning Storms in my collection at the moment, so this is why I run this kind of weird ratio here. So you can sub this out for whatever you want, evenly matched, Twin Twisters, anything that removes back row. So Cyframe Gear Gamma, we run the package. It's really good in the format. It's probably the best hand trap out there at the moment. That and maybe Nibiru. Moving on, we have 3 Forbidden Droplet. This is really good. It actually synergizes well with Thunder Dragon Fusion because like you can discard all your cards that are on the field and in your hand, and if you have all of the Trinity in your grave and in your banish pile, and even on the field, you can still get your Battle Butler out and swing for game. It's pretty easy. Forbidden Droplet is really good card. Super expensive, but worth it. Well worth the card. Moving on, we have 3 Solemn Judgment. I'll side this in going first if I know I'm going first. It's just too good. It's like being able to just say no to your opponent is it's really good. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. So moving on to the extra deck, I run 2 Battle Butler, 1 Rocket Ride, 1 Weather Washer, 1 Bow Wow Bark, 2 Dodo, 1 Totally Awesome, Access Code Talker, Rip Roar and Roaster, Verde Anaconda, 2 Meow Meow, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, and 1 Unicorn. To wrap it up for the extra deck. I like having these cards in my deck because it's good removal. And it's good to have a Link 3 target for access code. Sometimes you're spamming the board a lot with monsters, and an access code is a pretty easy card to make on the field. Like you really just need 1 Prank Kids or 1.5 Prank Kids, and you can get an access code out relatively easily. Yeah, so anyway, that wraps it up for this deck profile. Yeah, no Invoked, no Simorg Link. I just think the hand traps, having that many hand traps is ideal over the other variants. Those variants were made to, I guess, compensate for the inconsistencies of Prank Kids, but now since we have the link that makes the consistency of this like go from a D- to like an A++, like this makes every Prank Kids cards a 1-card starter. So that's like 16 of them. So it's really good. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up for this deck profile. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, give me some feedback. I really think this is a good deck. Go check out Pack's channel. He's a way better deck builder than I am. But like this is what I've built, inspired from him. It's not exactly the same, but I definitely took a lot of his ideas and I'm running with it, and I'm getting a lot of good results with it. I think this is the right way to play Prank Kids. Yeah, so I'm going to end it right there, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Hellcat.